Welcome back. It is time for Face Off. We're going to face off with our producer, Jake, who is over on the other side of the room. He's getting all set up for this. Charlie is going to read the question, and we have to concur on an answer and see if we can, who can get this right.
I'm
Jake
surprised to
or
see Charlie. I never see him.
I know Charlie.
You know, I come into work once in a while when I feel like it.
Yeah, you're so lucky
On a
that
scale of
way.
1 to 10, how mad are you today?
12.5.
Okay. All righty then.
It's always funny because every time I give Charlie a hard time, Jake gets there and goes, he is
very upset.
furious. He is very upset.
Okay, Furious Charlie, give us the first answer.
Okay.
I mean, question.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, give us the answer too then if you want.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Kira's playing with us. Kira!
Kira, yes, thank you for joining us, Kira.
First round is multiple choice.
Okay.
So, first question. How long is New Zealand's 90-mile beach? 80 miles, 55 miles, 17 miles, or 90 miles?
90 miles! It's gotta be 90,
Hello.
right?
Can you
Wait.
Can you repeat
Is
the
this
choices?
This is one thinking.
Repeat the what, sorry?
Repeat the answers, please.
The A is 80 miles, 55 miles, 17 miles, or 90 miles.
Okay, this reminds me of a question I got on the cruise ship all the time. On the cruise ship, no kidding, people would come up and ask me, what time does the midnight buffet start?
Oh, I've heard that question before.
And it is true, people ask that.
Yeah.
So are you asking a blatantly obvious question like the 90-mile beach is
I
not
mean,
90 or
I
is it
think
90?
We're all going to go with 90, correct?
Yeah, 90.
90?
I don't know this one, but I just thought that is too obvious. I'm going to go with A, 80.
It is actually B, 55 miles.
55.
Why?
Did you guess 55?
I
No,
did
he
not.
guessed 80.
Oh, okay. So can you give us the reason why?
Oh, I don't know the reason.
Oh.
I didn't look that up.
Like maybe it's just like
Right.
it's so long, it's 90 miles.
Depending on when it was named, maybe sea level changed, but I doubt it changed that much. So I'm going to say that's just a bad name.
I think we should have. I think the name should be changed.
It should be.
Start
That
a,
is-
start a petition.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 2. What was Disney's first Broadway musical? Tarzan, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, or The Little Mermaid?
The
King,
lion.
Lion
I
King.
think Lion
Yeah,
King.
I think so.
I think-
Are we answering
What was
too
the,
quickly?
Yes. No, what's the other one? Listen one more time.
Tarzan,
No.
Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, or The Little Mermaid?
It's definitely gonna be Lion King.
I think it's Lion King.
Lion King, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jake says
Well, I mean, this is definitely not my field of expertise. I went with Beauty and the Beast.
it was Beauty and the Beast.
I think that came out before Lion King, like the movie. Now, I didn't know if that would translate to
Here's
the
the
stage.
thing, though. I don't remember Beauty and the Beast being on Broadway, though. I remember the big thing being Lion King.
Me too.
But
That was like the.
it's the first one. Just because it wasn't on there very long, that you might not remember it, doesn't mean it wasn't the first.
But
Broadway
it is
show.
so bad
The
compared to
longest
Lion
running,
King.
isn't it?
Like, I love the movie, but the stage production. I saw it at like Disney World or whatever it was. I was
We are
like,
not enjoying the outcome of the answers.
no.
On
Kira, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kira.
I do think Lion King is still the second longest Broadway run of all time, though.
Okay.
So, very successful.
Okay.
All right.
We are doing terrible.
So far, not so good.
I'm only at 50%.
Okay, question 3. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Psi, Omega, Phi, or Lambda?
Omega. Because God is the Alpha and the Omega.
He said the last.
The last is, so Alpha is A, Omega is the last.
Oh, you're saying Omega?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's the Alpha and the Omega.
I'll go with
I
that.
will just let you go with that.
That's what I'm assuming. Have you heard that before?
No, I've totally heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And the last would be Omega. Okay, I think Omega.
Can you repeat them one more time? I already wrote an answer.
Psi, Omega, Phi, or Lambda?
Okay, Omega.
Yeah.
Correct.
Bible classes paid
Of
off.
course I've heard that. I'm the Alpha and the Omega.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, question 4. Which country was Caesar salad invented in?
Caesar.
Guinea, Mexico, Romania, or Italy?
Well,
Italy's
wasn't romaine lettuce
In Romania.
in Romania? Okay, read it again.
Read them again.
Guinea, Mexico, Romania, or Italy?
I think.
You know what?
Do you think,
My gut is going to Mexico.
really? Because it's so weird?
So weird.
I know.
I don't know. What do you think, Kira?
That's hard. Well, is it weird that I'm thinking of Old Caesar's Mexican restaurant? I'm like, Caesar, maybe that goes with it somehow.
I don't know why my gut is thinking.
Okay, I'm going to just go with your gut then.
And again, I apologize if I'm wrong, but I don't know why.
So what are you going with?
Mexico.
Mexico? And Jake said?
I thought Italy was too obvious. They had some pretty good reasons, so they might be right, but I picked Romania.
It is Mexico.
So your theory was right too. See, okay, I didn't go up against you on that one. We did good.
We did good.
job.
We
I
did
just
good.
think Caesar's Old Mexico is named for the local restaurateur.
Okay, but
No, it's named for Caesar salad.
Who, to be fair, was probably
if you
named
want
after.
a good Caesar salad, go to.
Go to the Mexican restaurant.
Okay, next one. If you were born on Christmas Day, what would your star sign be? Aquarius, Leo, Gemini, or Capricorn?
Please, you got to know this.
I know. I want to say Aquarius goes into January. I don't know the exact. Okay.
Kira?
Say it again.
Wait, Kira might know.
Okay, well, Gemini's in May. Aquarius is in I know that's in January, February.
So what's before Aquarius? I know Pisces is
Oh, wait,
February.
wait. What's
Sagittarius.
Aquarius,
is pretty
Leo, Gemini, or Capricorn?
My sister and cousin are Sagittarius. They were born in December. So Sagittarius, maybe.
Okay, I don't know. So
not
I'm
one of the
I'll-
choices.
That's not one of the choices. Oh! Sorry.
Aquarius,
Can you say
Leo, Gemini, or Capricorn?
I want to say Aquarius or Gemini.
Okay,
I wanna
you go
say-
for it. I don't know.
I don't know. I want to say
You're
Aquarius.
born on.
Okay, you go for it.
Going in with Aquarius?
I don't know.
Jake says?
So those zodiac signs split in the middle of the month. That's why each month has 2, and that carries over. Wasn't sure, but I guessed Capricorn.
Capricorn is correct.
Oh, good job, Jake.
Capricorn. Oh, I knew that. I just didn't think hard enough.
That's okay.
Capricorn
no judgment.
is
Dang
December
it.
or parts of December.
Yeah, Aquarius goes into February.
Yeah.
Okay,
Leo is July and August.
next question. What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time? 2018's The Grinch, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Elf, or Home Alone?
Home Alone or Elf? It's got to be.
It is Home Alone or Elf, I would think.
I think Home Alone's been out longer,
Yeah.
maybe, and people like to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go Home Alone.
Okay.
Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on that either. I went with Elf at sea. Same
So
rationale.
surprisingly, it's 2018's The Grinch surpassed Home Alone.
Seriously?
That would have probably been my last guest on that list.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
me too.
I was very surprised by that as well. But I
Wow.
did double check that multiple
Yeah.
times.
Okay.
Interesting.
No, we trust you, Charlie.
Yeah, we
I mean,
do.
we don't trust you on most things, but we will on this.
Well, thanks for the little bit of
How
trust.
mad are you now, Charlie?
I feel like you're being kind of generous, Jeremy.
Okay. What is the deadliest insect? A mosquito, botfly, bullet ant, or the Japanese giant hornet?
Mosquito. They spread disease.
Now I might have to ask what is the classification of deadliest?
Yeah. What is that?
Kills the most people.
Okay. And we can't go with mosquito then.
But
oh well,
no,
malaria.
But what about other countries where they
Yeah,
don't have
malaria.
They don't have mosquito repellent?
They spread all kinds of diseases and kill lots of people. I think it's mosquito, but
Let's go with Kira. I
Okay.
trust her.
I'm good.
if I'm wrong, you can blame me.
I'm pretty sure mosquito has the most fatalities in the world of any animal. So.
Yep, mosquito.
Good job.
Good job, Kira!
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
She sounded very sure I was not
Yeah.
a fighter on that.
I'm not.
In which video game did Super Mario first appear? Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Luigi's Mansion, or Mario Party?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Yes.
Yes, Donkey Kong. For 500, Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even have time to write that one. It is Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, I love that game. I miss it. I miss it. Bring
I
it
went to a
back.
place the other day that had it to play right there.
Can you bring it in?
No, it's a very far
Oh, it's
away.
very. Oh,
And
okay.
it's very heavy.
Okay, never mind.
Everybody has some barrels. We can actually just try to replicate it live in the studio.
Let's do it.
Okay, next one. Hg is the chemical symbol for which element? Helium, germanium, boron, or mercury?
Mercury. Mercury.
Okay, we're going with Kelly.
Sure.
Jake's still writing over there.
I don't. I know helium, so I know it's not helium.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like
sure
Jake
on
might
that.
be struggling a little bit
I'm
on
thinking B, but is it Mercury?
Nope, it's mercury.
Is it Mercury? Nice job,
It is
Cal.
mercury.
Nice.
Is that because you had mercury in your blood and you had to get it removed? How is that? How do you know that?
I know that. I just know it.
Don't they say if your thermometer breaks, that's back to has mercury in it?
Well, they
you know?
also, yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, anyhow.
there's some- yeah.
Guys, we'll be back with part 2 of Face Off with Jake and Kira and Charlie right after this.
I did have mercury removed from my body.
Did you?
No, we won't get into
I was like, what?